Hey there, and welcome back to the Dog Mom Life channel. I just wanted to quickly check in with you because May is the Foster Care Awareness Month, and it's so important to have foster cares and to value the people who offer their home for pets, especially obviously my case for dogs. Who let them in, who come from streets, who come from houses, who might not, feel well in the shelters, etc. To just open the homes and the hearts and, just help until the four babies get to their forever homes. Or maybe if it's a failed foster, are lucky enough to stay in their homes. And having a baby from abroad, Chalkie, as you know, who has been on the streets, who had like the really rough first couple of months, and who was then picked up by the charity. Well, actually, he was apparently picked up while he was about to be put to sleep because he's deaf. So the charity took him in, and they have a pond, but they also have foster homes they work with. And due to his deafness, he switched foster homes once, but due to his deafness, he was kind of like needed to have like a more experienced foster to take care of him. So this foster mom to me made like a really big difference, obviously, because I just know my baby was safe. He was off the streets. He had not just a shelter, but he had someone looking after him, who cared for him, and who gave him a better start in life. And it's something like truly and deeply from my heart, where I just want to say thank you to everyone who does this. And I checked in with a couple of charities before we actually got Chalkie, in order also to prepare Rambo for having a dog around. And I asked them if they need, foster homes, so we could be a foster home as well, which we didn't do because we had like the move, and then Chalkie came really quickly, etc. But they said to me that there is loads of people, especially during the pandemic, during the lockdown, who offer to be foster homes or foster parents. However, especially when it's dogs from abroad, or shelter dogs who are struggling, they need also experienced foster homes who are willing to take on dogs with issues. And I say issues because obviously it's a completely normal thing. But dogs who might have reactivity issues, dogs who are not socialized. So we're not just talking about cute little puppies who are just there and bring pleasure and joy to your life, but also dogs who also, like older dogs obviously, but dogs who need attention, who might need to have boundaries, who need positive reinforcement training, who need to be loved, but also need to be introduced to the world, and basically be responsibly looked after, but with like a bit more effort maybe than if it's just a cute puppy who hasn't experienced anything bad, which is what it should be like. No dog should suffer, no living being should suffer anything, but the reality is this is not always the case, as we all know, obviously. So if maybe you can be a foster home to a dog or a cat or whatever, maybe this is for you. If not, maybe someone. The shelters are looking for people. Organizations who rescue from abroad are looking for people. Maybe you can also just maybe help a friend and just help them look after their dog. Whatever it is, if you can do something, then maybe reach out to someone. But I want to take the opportunity to say thank you so much to not only our foster home for like Chalkie's foster family, but also to everyone who helps making this world a better place and help keeping our four babies safe, because they're not safe on the streets. And for example, like where my baby comes from, it's kind of like a normal thing that dogs being shot, and often if they are not being neutered or spayed, they reproduce, they have puppies, and this just means there is more dogs to be on the streets, who need food, who obviously come to where humans are in order to survive, basically. And in the country, there's normal practice that these kind of dogs, they are being shot. So often they if a dog is being shot, they might have puppies, and these kind of puppies um, grow up without their mom. It's just so freaking sad. So they grow up without their mom. They try to survive. They are friendly. They come to people, and then they get kicked. They get, whatever. Like, it's horrendous. And they need to get off the streets. They are not safe on the streets. And yeah, I talked to quite some few people who also rescue dogs from abroad, who have Wadi dogs, and they're terrified of people. Chalkie's terrified of people. Luckily, apparently, he has not experienced too much bad things because he's still quite trusting, but he's horrible with strangers because he's so terrified. Um, but yeah, lots of these dogs suffer severe anxiety, and it's not just from this country. Obviously, it's like from loads of countries. So, um, yeah, if you can help, just keep a few puppies or like dogs safe. We do appreciate you, and thank you for everything you do. Please keep doing what you're doing, and let's find a home for all these babies, because every dog deserves a home. Thank you.